Hello, Margaret Toomey Public School students, families, and staff. It's Mr. Wilson with this week's Principals Update, and today I am flying over Marathon. Not really, of course. I'm using Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this is one of the things I like to do when I have a little bit of free time. I know many of you love gaming, and I'm not a huge gamer, but I do like to enjoy the scenery. There's our pretty little town, and I love to pretend that I'm a pilot. Now, what I don't like to do is slam into the ground so early in our video, so let's get a little bit of altitude, make a little bit of a turn, fly over Margaret Toomey Public School and the Penn Lake neighborhood. There's Penn Lake right there. Let's continue turning towards our Great Lake and over our little town. Let me change my camera view. And now I can continue with our video. So we've been focusing on reading this past week, engaging in a provincial screening tool called Acadience. It's an all-hands-on-deck exercise as we get some benchmark information on our students' reading abilities. Things like fluency, word recognition, and their comprehension. And that allows our teaching staff to engage in focused teaching that meets the needs of students. So we're getting information at the start of the year. We're teaching to address the needs that we find out based on that assessment. We reassess in a couple of months to see how we're doing. We again target any needs, and then towards the end of this school year, we do a final assessment. So this is a brand new process. It's an exciting process. It's going to support our students in really, really targeted and intentional ways. We've also had a lot of excitement in the school with special guests like the Ontario Provincial Police's Bike Safety Program. Last week, students in grades 4, 5, and 6 were invited to participate in this bike safety campaign. It included getting on bikes that the program brought to us, completing some agility programs, learning some safety tips and some riding skills. It was a lot of fun. It was awesome hands-on learning, and it was a beautiful day. We've had students harvest vegetables from our outdoor classroom and bake them into muffins. We've had students focus on printing and writing and math skills. We have grade 8s who have been focusing on passion projects and things that are of personal interest to them and goals they want to set for this year. And we've begun our Reading Buddies program, which connects students in grades 7 and 8 with our JK and SK grade 1 students. So that's all happening right now. Really, really pumped to see this year start off in a really good way. And I just want to take the time again to thank the MTPS staff for doing all the things over the last 3 weeks, and of course into the next many weeks and months, hopefully. Please, thank you. Just kidding. But really, our staff have navigated some challenges because we're trying to figure out all of our students all at once and get acquainted with new classrooms and new routines and expectations. But thank you, Raven staff. I say it all the time, and I mean it every time. I am lucky to work with you. Speaking of staffing, a couple of things just to share. We have, number one, Mr. Chris moving into the child and youth worker role. Miss Critch is on a leave celebrating the new bundle of joy in her life. And Mr. Chris is bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience to the child and youth worker role. He knows almost all of our students, and he's really, really excited to help support mental health and well-being. We're also welcoming Miss Sarah Hardy into the educational assistant role. Miss Hardy began with a college placement at MTPS last year, so it's really, really cool to see her begin her EA career with us this year. And finally, we are welcoming a former Raven to our staff through a Marathon High School Cooperative Education Program placement. Excited to welcome Miss Sophie Craig, who will begin her placement in Miss Whitelock's grade 3 and grade 4 class. Co-op student opportunities are really, really cool. They often lead to jobs if people are interested in employment opportunities, and they provide students in secondary school with some really, really great perspectives on the education system. So exciting staffing stuff that is going on as well. What else do I want to talk about? I think, for parents and families, information packages will be coming out this week. They include the ever popular student art calendar that our school board puts together, as well as a student and family handbook and some other information that I highly suggest you review. And of course, if you have questions, concerns, suggestions, or that kind of feedback, please reach out so that I can help make things better. We are coming up to some important learning at the end of September, next Monday, September the 30th. We will be recognizing the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. This is really important learning. It's important learning because it's learning about the land that we are on right now, some of the challenges that exist in Canada's history that we need to learn about. And also, it focuses on relationships and moving forward in a good way. So truth and reconciliation is something that we all ought to be committed to focusing on and learning about. And our staff will be doing just that on September the 30th specifically, but certainly throughout the year as relevant practices are embedded in classroom learning opportunities. On September the 30th, our staff will be using some of their own resources and some resources that we have had come available for us. And the point is, again, not just addressing truth and reconciliation, but talking about history and talking about culture and learning just a little bit more about the fabric that makes up this amazing country of Canada. We also have 2 classes who will be traveling to Netmisogamiig Nishnawbeg, the Pic-Mobert First Nation, to engage in community celebrations. And I am really, really excited about these 2 classes who are able to join. And thank you to staff and students for being willing to travel and learn in a new place. So lots and lots of stuff going on. And look at that. We're wrapping up our video just as I get over Naze Provincial Park. That is the beautiful Naze Provincial Park beach. And let's take the camera and pan behind us. There's Pic Island. Yes, there's Naze, the Naze Beach. Oh man, what beautiful scenery. We are honestly so lucky, Ravens, to live where we live. That's what it's all about, right? We have to take care of this land. We have to learn about this land. We have to work together on this land because it's a pretty incredible land. Okay, Ravens, it's week number 4. And again, it's a short week. So you're going to make it a great week. You're going to take care of yourselves. You're going to take care of each other. And I guess we'll leave it at that. All right. This is Mr. Wilson signing off virtually from Microsoft Flight Simulator. See you later.